Hi guys, so we are still here at BlizzCon, and right now I'm sitting with some of the development team behind Heroes of the Storm, a game that we know to celebrate all things Blizzard, and that actually stays true today because two new heroes was just unveiled. Can you tell us a bit about them?
Sure. So Varian and Ragnaros are the two new heroes that we're showing here at BlizzCon. They're both obviously from the Warcraft universe, and they're both really unique additions to Heroes of the Storm. Varian is our first multi-class hero, which means he can augment into a warrior and assassin much more than any of our other characters can with the talent system. And Ragnaros is he is an assassin character, but his trait allows him to take over allied forts, dead fort locations, and really it's something new that we haven't seen before.
Why did you choose to go to the Warcraft universe for this time?
I don't know if you want.
We try to create heroes across multiple Blizzard games, and this year we found that we want to go to the World of Warcraft genre because World of Warcraft released their new expansion Legend, and I think everybody loves that game, and we also love it, and we think it's a good time to release World of Warcraft heroes.
And I mean, there has to be a lot of choices within this universe. Why did you choose these two characters?
I think both, Varian especially is very relevant with Legion, even with the Warcraft movie to a lesser extent. So I think he's a character we've been wanting to add for so long now. We wanted to do something different with the multi-class hero approach, and he seemed like a really good fit because of his iconic weapon where he can split it in two to go, two one-handers or wield a giant two-handed sword and even a sword and shield. So that was a really good fit for that. And then Ragnaros was just, we know it's a fan favorite. This is going to be a huge hero that we could show at BlizzCon, and we are excited to show him.
So, like you say, these are very different from what we already know and have played before in Heroes of the Storm. Can you tell us a little bit about how they are going to influence the battlefield, or paint us a little bit about a picture? What is it going to look like when they take over?
So for Varian, he's all about having the options to switch to different specs throughout the course of the game. So if you're playing, say, a Hero League game and the first player picks Varian, you don't actually know what that means. He could be a warrior, he could be an assassin, but you're not really sure. Whereas, any other character, okay, they pick Stitches, that's probably their main warrior. So I think that's going to be really unique for Varian. And then from there, he can even customize himself throughout the game, mostly at level 4 and level 10. He's choosing basically, do I want to get Taunt and be like our main warrior for the team, or do I want to get Colossus Smash and do a ton of damage? So he has a lot of choices throughout the game too. And then Ragnaros is just an awesome melee assassin. Does a ton of damage, and there's a lot of I think players are going to discover a lot of unique things where you can use his trait Molten Core to take over a structure and maybe prevent a boss from doing any damage to your town.
So they're going to make the battlefield even more unpredictable.
I think so, yeah, and that's kind of the goal with Heroes of the Storm, is that there's no rules, right? We're always changing things up, and you haven't seen anything yet, and I think Varian and Rag are perfect fits for that.
So when are we going to be playing these characters?
So you can play them at BlizzCon. Varian is going on the PTR next week after BlizzCon, so I think that means he launches in about a week and a half or something like that, and Ragnaros will be on the PTR in December, so both very soon.
So we don't have to wait too long. Is there anything you would like to add and tell the viewers at home?
We're excited for BlizzCon, obviously, our esports, and we look forward to seeing what players are going to do with Varian and Ragnaros.
It's going to be exciting to see how they're going to be changing everything up. But Heroes of the Storm is a game that's always evolving, with the constant content that keeps updating. How is it to work on a game like this?
I think for everyone it's a little different. So I primarily focus on the live aspect of the game, so balance patches, talent updates. So my team is always busy with seeing whenever we can do a new patch, how often we can do that, what kind of changes we want to make. I know Meng works a little bit more on like the battleground side. So if you want to answer.
So it feels very exciting. At the same time, we have a lot of pressure because it's not something that you have an example to follow. You have to try it out by yourself, understand what's good for the player, what's bad, and yeah, it's a very exciting experience.
So what are you looking for when choosing the different characters to bring into the game, and how do you know that these are going to fit in well with the style of this game?
There's a lot of considerations that go into choosing heroes. We have an Excel sheet with literally hundreds of different characters we want to do at some point. So we kind of look throughout maybe the year and see, okay, we want to add a good amount of assassins and warriors and support and specialists. We want to have some characters from each of our games, you know, melee versus range, just a ton of different considerations. And then from there, it's making sure that we can create a play style for each of them that is different than something we've seen before. We don't want to just make another Vala or another Rainer. We want to make something new.
Well, I'm all out of questions, so thank you so much for your time, and I'm gonna go play with those new heroes now.
Check it out.
Yeah. Thank you for your time.